busy day today, so for the first time I'm doing not Rhinosaurus. What is this called? Oh, Good Morning Gamer via my vehicle. So anyway, I'm going to break this up into a couple different sections. First, I want to talk about my reactions to the last Sony and Microsoft press briefing thingies. I'll say this, there are 4 press briefing show the games things, and I'll say that they were all good, not great. There's nothing that I want to run out and buy for any console right now. There's no reason for me to buy a PlayStation, no reason for me to buy an Xbox. I'm not hating on the systems, but there's literally no reason for me to invest in those consoles right now, even though I just pre-ordered a PlayStation 5. Did I say PlayStation 4? Or did I say PlayStation? I don't know. I'm still waking up. Anyway, so I'm not interested. I know a lot of dudes are happy about what they saw and they're excited about what's coming out. But yeah, I'm not really interested in the offerings they had. Some of the stuff looked cool. You know, they look cool. But I'm not. Nothing's like, oh my fucking god, I gotta have that right now. So yeah, so all these past years, these little press briefings where they show the games, nothing's really been mind-blowing. Nothing was more mind-blowing than when Microsoft announced they were getting Final Fantasy 13. That was like the biggest megaton in megaton histories, next to PlayStation $399 price PlayStation 4, which was pretty huge. PlayStation fucked me up 2 generations in a row now. I just knew that PlayStation 5 was going to be $549 and $499 respectively, because it just doesn't make sense to me to remove the Blu-ray drive and take $100 off the price. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Sony's got something up their sleeves, because why would you? It's like, why am I like, and gamers are going to be like, well, we prefer the disc. Yeah, so you get the disc version. But if they are the exact same console, why is Sony willing to take such a loss on the digital only? What am I missing here? Unless they're either trying to force gamers, not really force, but get gamers to invest in digital, because in the end, if you take the hard drive out, or take the Blu-ray drive out, mark up the games to $70 and get the majority of the people to buy the digital only system, then maybe there's going to be higher profit margins with those systems. But then again, printing discs costs more money, so maybe there's a higher profit margin with the digital version, because you don't have to actually print the disc. You just have some bits on a server and you're still selling the game for $70. So your return on investment, your profit margins are going to be they're going to be higher, not having to make those discs. So there's that, I guess. I don't know. I don't understand what Sony has up their sleeves. But anyway, the press conferences, even yesterday, Sony's press conference that you see, I see a lot of third-party stuff. Okay, Call of Duty, whatever, nothing really gets me excited. I'll tell you, there's 2 games I'm excited about right now. That's the new Watch Dogs game, because Watch Dogs to me was one of the best games this generation, period. Watch Dogs 2, best game. Watch Dogs 1 could have been dope, but the story bored the fuck out of me. Watch Dogs 2 was one of the best open world games I've played. I mean, I think I even liked it better than Just Cause 3, and I'm a Just Cause nutball. So the new Watch Dogs game has me really intrigued. That Wukong game that's coming out, so that looks dope. That I'm really impressed with. It actually looks next gen. It's going to be on PC, and it looks interesting. That has my interest, but nothing else really matters. We found out yesterday that Miles Morales, Spider-Man, and Horizon Zero Dawn Part 2 are coming out for the PlayStation 4, which makes me think there's going to be more Sony PlayStation first-party titles that are coming out for the PlayStation 4. And this is after they said they believe in generations and they're not going to be on PlayStation 4. They've changed their tune. And again, for all you gamers that are, so I always bring up fanboys and all this stuff. I can't help it because I need a point of reference, but a lot of these Sony guys were dissing Microsoft for saying that same thing, and Now that it's happening with their games, they're moving the goalposts. Well, those games at least look next gen. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Either it's they're held back or not. It doesn't matter what the fuck they look like. Okay, it doesn't fucking matter. Either the game is held back or it isn't. Fucking, keep that energy. But whatever. So like, I don't really care. I think it's great that people with PlayStation 4s, the 100 million that are out there, can play Horizon Zero Dawn 2 and Miles Morales on their PlayStation 4. I'm happy about that, because that's ultimately what this business is about. It's about playing games and keeping your fan base from popular games and popular sequels is dumb. And I'll bring this up too, and I brought this up with Tony the other day. I said there's no fucking way that Insomniac Games built Miles Morales on the PS5 from the ground up, because Spider-Man just came out a year ago. So you mean to tell me in one whole year they built a PS5 game from the ground up, a sequel, and it's coming out in a couple months? When does that ever happen? It was a PS4 game to begin with. It was fucking Uncharted Chloe DLC. They took the engine, they added the Miles Morales stuff, and let's put some PS5 features in there, like ray tracing and all that shit. It wasn't built from the ground up on the PS5. I don't believe guys believe that, and I'm sorry. Even though the demo I thought looked good last night, it didn't look next gen to me. In fact, like everything we've seen so far, whether it's Xbox or PlayStation, everything looked playable on last gen consoles. Everything. None of that stuff blew my mind. I'd have to say, if what we saw for Horizon Zero Dawn was actually gameplay, then that was mind blowing. But I don't believe that was gameplay either. A lot of cinematic stuff. Cinematics don't count for me. You can put the dopest fucking cinematics in a game. Don't sit here and tell me that's what the game's gonna look like when you play it. I want to see the HUD and the camera positioning, and then I want to see all that shit. That's gameplay, not some fucking walking cinematic fucking bullshit. I don't want to see that on any fucking shit. Fuck the cinematics, okay? And if you're gonna show cinematics, they better move the story along. Don't show two dudes walking through a fucking village looking at shit. That's not moving the story around. That's just developers flossing their graphic power. Whatever, So anyway, that's that. So where was I? Oh yeah, we're talking about video games. So I think I left off with the $70 games. And, back in the days, we were buying cartridges for our Sega Genesis and our Super Nintendo. We had some $69 days. If you wanted arcade quality Street Fighter and Street Fighter Championship Edition on Sega Genesis, you paid $69, I think, was it? And it was some huge cartridge. So we ain't new to this. It's a common thing. And Sony has taken the stance that it's next generation. So that means $70 games, because the development cycle is longer and the games cost more money and all that. Well, I'm not buying any games for PS5 or Xbox One because I'm not getting the consoles. So that $70 price really doesn't bother me. Never has. Even if I was investing in the next generation, the $70 price wouldn't bother me. But it bothers a lot of people. That extra $10 bothers a lot of people. And I tend to think that the reason why Sony's charging $70 and putting that out there, because let's keep it real. Development costs haven't gone up. They're the same as they were last year. In fact, with the amazing tools that we have now, should development costs go down? Since we have all this power, we have all these tools, all these kits, all these APIs to make things easier for developers, shouldn't development costs go down? So I don't think $70 is I don't think you should say things are $70 because of development costs. $70 because you want more money. $70 because you got a digital console out there that's $100 cheaper than your main console. But it's really not a big deal. Like I said, gamers were going to be willing to pay $600, $700 for PlayStation 5. I don't think anybody has a problem paying an extra $10 for an next-gen game. Now, certain games, like Madden and NBA 2K and all that shit, paying $10 extra for that shit. What are those games doing that's $10 worth it? Worth $10 more? Nothing. So, it's just one of those things, years ago, we had to pay that much if we wanted super high quality arcade ports like Strider and Super Street Fighter Championship Edition or Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, whatever it was. You paid a lot of money for that, so that's not really a big deal. And I don't really have an issue with that. One of the other things I wanted to talk about was we heard about Microsoft xCloud and what they were going to do with it and everything, and I downloaded the Game Pass for my Samsung phone. I just went out and bought a new Xbox controller so I could use it on my phone. And let me tell you something, it's pretty damn slick. Like, this little xCloud thing is going to get me, it's going to allow me to complete some of my backlog while I'm at work, on break, sitting in the car for 15 minutes when I'm in the middle of a build. And I could play some Xbox games on my phone. And then it hit me today because somebody was like, Sony isn't doing anything like Game Pass because it's not sustainable. And then I thought about it. I'm like, because Microsoft said they wanted like 2 billion subscriptions. I'm like, how the fuck are they going to get 2 billion subscriptions? They can't even get 100 million people to buy their console. And then it fucking hit me. Game Pass works on phones. It works on Google phones, Samsung phones, anything Android. Pretty soon it'll work on iPhones and Apple devices and tablets. Pretty soon it'll probably work on your fucking TV. There'll be a Game Pass app built into your smart TV. How do you get 2 billion people to subscribe? You put it on 4 billion fucking devices. And on top of that, sorry if it looks like I'm not looking at you because I'm using my phone and I'm holding it sideways, so I gotta look like I'm crazy or blind or something. But anyway, it finally hit me. It's like, how do you play not only Xbox games, but third-party games without having a fucking Xbox gaming PC or PlayStation? You subscribe to Game Pass. Holy shit. I know you guys haven't thought about this yet. Works on tablets, works on phones, right? Imagine a Game Pass app on your Samsung smart television. You buy the TV, or even on your existing TV, you do an update and you get the Game Pass app, right? And you install it. And now you're playing all these games on your big screen and you didn't have to invest in a console. Mind blown. I mean, I really didn't think deep into that until today when somebody commented on how Microsoft wants 2 billion subscribers. Like, how the fuck are they going to do that? Real easy, motherfucker. You got a phone and you're playing Game Pass. And people's like, oh, data caps, this and that. I'm like, look, okay, I live in America. I'm not worried about data caps elsewhere. I bet you if you were to find demographics of phone sales in North America, let's see. Phone sales, North America. Brisbane. What? Let's take a look at this. See if we can get some numbers. Mobile vendor market share, North America. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. So, at the top, Apple has 52%. Samsung has 26%, and that is as of August 2020. Everybody else is below. So that's market share, but they're not actually telling us the numbers. So I'm wondering what these numbers are. Tablet, mobile, and then you can go in. I wonder what those numbers equate to. But anyway, you could also look at worldwide. And Samsung is the worldwide leader, and Apple comes second. So Samsung is 31.4 or 31.04%, and Apple's 25% in the worldwide market. So I know that the number of phones out there that could do this are in the billions. So that's Microsoft's market. That's their market. They can get people who have no interest into buying consoles or buying gaming PCs, but want a game on their phone. They can get them to invest that $15 a month for Game Pass, and that's where they're going to get all their extra money from. And that will be sustainable. Holy shit. So, yeah, mind blown. That's pretty cool. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else that I really wanted to talk about. The NVIDIA cards are all sold. So all the fucking PlayStation sold out, digital and disc. The NVIDIA video cards, which are on average $7.99, they all sold out everywhere. I literally put one in my cart, and the site crashed right before I was about to buy it, so I couldn't get one. So PC gamers have come home to roost. We have planned about this. We talked and had meetings and planned secret meetings with the PC Master Race for decades that we were going to show ourselves in 2020. And we showed ourselves. We were waiting in line for this new video card. And when has a fucking video card for $799 sold out everywhere in the fucking country? Never. Never. PC gaming is here. It's the shot heard around the world. I'll see you on the next video.